and welcome to Serendipity Intended. My name is Tracy Ann, and I am so glad that you are here. When I recorded this video originally, I was thinking that I would just narrate what I was doing and talk through as I created, and then post the video. Afterwards, I decided that I wanted to do something different with this video, so I've kept the footage and added a voiceover that's more about the channel and the direction I'd like to go than the actual video. So that's the reason for some of the strange edits at the beginning, and also for why sometimes you'll see me gesturing, like right there, as though I'm talking to someone, and it doesn't necessarily make sense with what I'm doing. Anyway, this journal is from my daily journal. It's just one that I use various ideas to add in. This particular journal spread, I was playing with the idea of torn edges and also ink bleed, which is where the background came from. And with that, I'm going to jump into the actual point for this video. Today, while I work on a page in my regular journal, I wanted to share a little announcement that feels very big to me. But first, I hope you will indulge me in a bit of a backstory. I promise it is relevant. I have always been a type A personality, very goal-oriented. And that's been apparent in the way I've approached most things, especially in my work life. And although I have had successes professionally, even those successes came with a cost. I was so focused on achieving that anytime I didn't reach a goal, all of my effort felt like a waste. And I doubted myself. And then that, in turn, put even more pressure on the process and every decision that I made. I needed to make a change. So I shifted my focus from achieving to finding meaning in my work, doing work that helped me to grow and allowed me to help others to grow. I left the business world and became a teacher. And despite the stresses of education, I am so much more fulfilled professionally. As I began to see how my career changes benefited me, I realized I needed to make changes in my creative life. Junk journaling was supposed to feed my soul, but it too felt like another type A goal-oriented activity. I was hesitant to create unless I knew it would be good. And when my art wasn't good, I felt like I'd wasted my time. I don't know, maybe you've experienced that too? Anyway, about 2 years ago, I decided to approach creating a little differently. Instead of sitting down with a result in mind, I simply began. Sometimes with an idea, sometimes with a piece of ephemera that I wanted to use, or some materials that I felt like playing with. And then I let the process take me where it wanted to go. What I've seen is that there is so much joy and discovery in learning in that kind of process that at the finish, I'm always satisfied. even if the outcome isn't something I'm excited to share with others. Because regardless of the quality of the page, I've grown creatively. It is such a beautiful thing to spend time creating and consistently feel joy and happiness, regardless of the outcome. And I sincerely believe that my art is more interesting and more nuanced as a result of this new approach to creating. I have more and more pages that I'm excited to share with others. So, about a year ago, I started this channel to share videos of my work on various challenges I was participating in. And to reflect my new creative philosophy, I decided to call my channel Serendipity Intended. Now, any of you who are English teachers or language nerds are probably cringing over the name of this channel. The dictionary defines serendipity as the occurrence and development of events by chance or in a happy or beneficial way, while intended means planned or meant. At first, it might seem that naming a channel Serendipity Intended makes absolutely no sense because chance and planned are opposing ideas. But there was a purpose behind the seeming contradiction. I named the channel Serendipity Intended to remind myself to be intentional about allowing for serendipity to happen, to not take control, but instead to plan to let my pages, my art, and my learning develop however they develop. And embracing this attitude of intentional serendipity has made me happier in my process and made me a more confident creator. Now, I don't think that I've finished growing by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know that I've learned a lot so far, and I'm inspired to continue learning. Of course, I still want to share my art with others, but even more, I want to share this journey, to share what I'm learning and discovering, and maybe even build a community of like-minded people who want to use their creating to be better versions of themselves. Which brings me to my announcement. Moving forward, I will be making weekly videos that focus not only on creating, but also on growing as a creator and a human being. My goal is to post each Sunday evening, and more often when time and my life schedule allows. I hope that you will continue to join me here to explore creativity as well as to grow and learn with me. I can't promise that every video will be perfectly edited and that every page will turn out fabulous and interesting, but what I will promise and can promise is that I will continue to be genuine and transparent and to share the wins and the learning experiences so that we can all grow in our art. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that this is my everyday journal, and it is, but I have been using some prompts from Meg at Meg Journals to give me some ideas and a place to start. Specifically, right now she's got a Catalyst and Curiosities newsletter that she puts out that contains prompts in there. So my plan right now for the next couple of journals anyway is to share a little bit more about the prompts that I'm using and what I'm working on and how I'm taking those prompts and using them to start my page and letting the prompts guide the process. I will try and put a link in the video to Meg's Substack where she puts those prompts. If I can't, I'll at least let you know what the name of the Substack is so you can find it that way. Enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below. And if you're interested in joining me on this creative journey, consider subscribing to this channel. And as always, I hope that you make a great day.